Right outside Gifu Station is this, uh, I don't know what you call it, kind of parkish area. In the summertime, right there in the middle of that circle, there's a lot of water that shoots out. Kids are playing in it and stuff. And here, it's a gold statue. I'm sure it's not real gold, but a gold statue of Nobunaga, which is a very famous warlord, very famous in this area specifically. And there he stands. So this is also the bus where you catch all the buses. So we're gonna hop on a bus and go check out Gifu Park and Gifu Castle. There's a lot of different bus stops that go to the park area. We're gonna take bus stop number 11. It should get us there. The 1110 City Loop. Here we are in the Kawaramachi area. It's kind of a old school look of Japan area, from the roads to the buildings. It's pretty quiet today, being New Year's Eve. But there's a couple of fancy restaurants here, fancy hotel. Just good for a nice walk. These right here are one of Gifu's like famous snacks, well-known snacks. It's mochi on the inside, kind of like a pancake bread on the outside, and they're in the shape of a fish, ayu, name of the fish, which is a very popular fish in Gifu that can be caught in the Nagara River, which we're gonna check out today. I might have to grab some of these. I didn't know there were so many different flavors though. Strawberry and chocolate and green tea. And here, alongside of Nagarawa, which is the Nagarawa River, a very long river, famous river in Gifu. See a bunch of the boats. You can, there's a thing called ukai, where it's an old tradition. You get on the boat and they use these birds they have these ropes tied around the birds' necks. They go out into the water, they take the birds dive down into the water to catch the fish, but the rope is like tightened so they can't actually swallow the fish. They bring the bird back up, and that's a way of fishing. They take the fish out the bird's mouth and they've caught a fish. You can get on these boats and go out like at nighttime. They have like all these torches on the boats and stuff. It looks really cool. All these boats are out on the water, and then they got the fish out, the birds out there catching the fish. You can get on the boat, like have a little tour down the river, watching the birds catch the fish, and then you can like eat the fish right there on the boat. They'll like cook it up for you. There's the ropeway heading up to Gifu Castle, which is right there. Can you see that there? On Kinka Mountain is the name of this mountain. So you can either climb up the mountain. It's like how long is it? Maybe an hour and a half or so. It's not too long. I've done it many times when I lived here, but today we are going to probably take the ropeway. Welcome to Gifu Park, ladies and gentlemen. A nice sized park right at the base of Kinka Mountain, which at the top rests Gifu Castle. Lots of relaxing areas here. Definitely a good place to come for a walk if you're ever in Gifu City. Probably, I'd say it's the biggest park in Gifu City, I'm pretty sure. From here you can catch the ropeway up to the castle. So luckily for me, it being New Year's Eve, most people are usually with their families at home, like preparing. So not too crowded, which is great. We're gonna go to the top, check out the castle, check out more of the park. It's very magical. I don't remember it being so magical when I lived here. There's still a few, the fall color leaves, the momijis. Still a few up. So here's the starting point for the ropeway station. Let's go check out how much it is. Looks like round trip is 1,100 yen for adults, 550 for child. I am an adult and I would like to come back, so we're gonna do the round trip, 1,100. A little pricey, but they usually are for ropeways in Japan. Let's get our ticket. You can wait in line or you can go to the machine and get your ticket here. I think it's only Japanese, but as long as you're okay, well actually, not only Japanese, I see English right there. 1,100, this is 1,000. And then 100, the 100 in Japan is a coin. It's basically like the equivalent of $1. 1,100. And push the round trip for adult. Push this button right here, confirm, green button. And there you go. Round trip ticket. Isha. We're almost at the very top here. Just got off the ropeway. Moments away from Gifu Castle. Well, I don't know about moments, but a few minutes maybe. Here we are. Gifu Castle. This is it, Gifu Castle. We've made it to our goal. There's Gifu City. There's Nagarawa River. I showed you earlier. You can see the boats that we were at earlier in the video. Right down there. This is the castle on the inside. There's a museum. It's pretty cheap. I think it's like 200 yen to go inside, which is one of the cheapest museums I've ever seen inside of a castle in Japan. It's not a huge castle, but let's get in front of it. And this is the front. We're gonna have to back up a little bit to get a good view of it. Up here, people usually, as you can see, stop and grab something to eat. I spent a few times myself on these rocks right here with friends, eating lunch back in the day when I lived here. Let's move back. Where can we get this shot here? Up here, maybe? There we go. It looks like, maybe I just haven't seen it in a while, but I feel like it's gotten less black, like the black has gotten faded out on the tiles. Gifu Castle, there you go. If you like castles, if you like Japanese architecture and such, and if you're in Gifu, I would suggest you come by, give the castle a check out, a look. Go inside, only 200 yen. Go inside, check out the museum. I've done it, I think, a few times already by now. I think this restaurant is new. Maybe not, but it looks like you can go in there and eat with a pretty nice view of the city. Maybe I'll grab something here. I'm getting kind of hungry. Are there any seats by the windows? Doesn't look like it. If you're interested, there's also an insect museum here. It's called the Nawa Insect Museum. Insects of the world. 600 for an adult, 400 for a child. I've never been inside. I can see some butterflies through the window here. Might be kind of interesting. Check it out if you're in around Gifu Park.